evident
That's
in the way you speak because I still remember the first session I had with you and the kind of challenges that you were facing.
thank you. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
hi. No problem, no problem. How are you doing? It's been really long.
Yes, I'm doing absolutely remarkable.
Right. It's been really, really, really long. I think it's been months since our last session, right?
Yes, yes,
Right.
yes. More than a month, I think 2 or 3 months.
Let me be very honest. You've been on the platform for a very long time, and I feel like your English has already improved a lot. So why are you still on Clapingo?
Uh, I know. I have to learn a lot, and I believe a lot of things is lacking in my communication. So I have to work on that.
Right, right. Okay. Since I'm using my phone and I do not have my laptop, I don't have a track of your session number or your session notes. Could you just help
Okay.
me out with that? Just give me the
No,
topic.
I, I don't get session notes because as
Not
you
anymore.
know,
Okay, not anymore. No problem.
yeah.
All right. So before we move on into the session and we have like a very casual conversation, why don't you tell me a little bit about what do you think are the issues that you had when you started off this subscription, right? And now you feel like it's just disappeared. It's not even there. Like you worked on it so well that now you feel like, did I even have that issue?
Okay. Yeah, obviously I had like sentence formation, I had pronunciation. Still, I have to work on my pronunciation and grammar. I have to work upon, but I have improved a lot if I compare
Right.
to last, I think 100 session or 200 session. So, uh, at that time I was not confident. I
Right.
was not fluent. So. mm, that why I have developed that and that things had been disappeared because I listen a lot. I consume in English content a lot. Okay, since I
Right.
wake up
Right.
uh, till I go to bed, even while I'm sleeping, I
Right.
listen. I
Right.
listen. Okay, my
It's
phone is
very evident
just
in the way you speak because I still remember the first session I had with you and the kind of challenges that you were facing. And today that you tell me that you're voluntarily, apart from Clappingo, consuming so much of other English content, it's very much evident in the way you speak English today. Like, even if it is not just a skill, I can definitely see it in the amount of confidence that you have gained, which is tremendous. Tremendous. Because I still remember, because of certain pronunciations, you were not ready to actually speak. Like, you knew the word, but you kept holding yourself back because you thought, oh, if I pronounce it wrong, what will they think? Now I can see that's all gone, and the confidence is tremendous. It's remarkable. It's really nice to see you come this far.
thank you
Yeah.
so much, Sania.
Right.
So obviously, as you said, if you want to be excellent in any craft, at
Hmm.
least you have to devote 5 years of your life. five
Agreed.
years.
Yes.
And English is not our mother tongue. Okay, and it's not
Yes.
our own language.
Foreign
So
language.
yeah,
Yes.
we are emulating those language we are learning. So
Hmm.
most of people think, okay, I have been spending 2 months, 3 months, 4 months on Clapingo, and now I'm a little bit fluent. Why should I devote my more time on Clapping? But that is
Right.
not the right way you
Right.
can learn. You must keep learning. There is always room for improvement.
Yes.
Even
Definitely.
I have heard that native speakers are always working on their new words, new
Hmm. Yes.
slang,
Yes.
okay,
Grading.
new
Yes.
vocab.
Yes.
Uh, that's what I have learned from them, regardless of how okay extraordinary I'm in English. Still, I will
Hmm.
learn. Still, I will grow.
Yes. Yes. That's the best kind of
And
mindset.
I have
Yes.
heard every hour 95 words being created by English in English language.
Correct.
Every hour, 95
Right.
word every hour.
Right. Right.
So if you are not learning new words, new slang, new thoughts, new ideas, then you are decaying in your, you are decaying, you are
Right.
not
You
upgrading.
will become irrelevant over time, and you will also start feeling like you are not good enough in this particular situation, because then you're going to have a lot of people of that particular generation come up and talk to you about different things, and you will not have necessarily enough or even zero knowledge about it, right? If you have like some knowledge, at least there's something you can say about it. But if you feel like
Hmm.
in a group of in a group, like people are talking about certain topics and you're not even aware of it, like there's zero knowledge you have about it, um, tackling that situation is also confidence, let me tell you that. um, I just recently had a class at about 11:30 or something, and I was talking to that learner about the same thing. So it was like she asked me what is the difference between a
Uh-huh.
confident and a not so confident person,
Uh-huh.
right? Like for a student, I cannot go deeply into, like, at least you have a lot of knowledge where I can go to the technicalities of what or how we gain confidence. But for her, I think the best way I could word it was a confident person is somebody who is not scared of accepting that he doesn't know something and asking for help. Like in a group of people, when you do not, like in a group you have a conversation, you don't know about something, you're confident enough to say, actually I'm not aware of this, could you please tell me more about this? You're eager to learn,
You
right?
eager.
But
Yeah.
a not so confident person is constantly looking at themselves from somebody else's point of view. So they're always thinking, oh, if I tell them I don't know this, what if they start thinking less of me? What if they judge me? What if they feel like, oh, this person doesn't even know anything, right? So there, the weightage of how the other person is looking at me and how the other person perceives me is way more than my willingness to learn something that I don't know, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So that's the best kind of distinction I could make between a confident and a not so confident person.
Of course.
So, and that, I'm not just trying to say this because I've seen you for a very long time, but that is something I can see in you. Like I can definitely see the confidence just reflecting out of your face. Because I remember, trust me, Deepak, there are very few learners I have like you who I have been through for a very, like, who've been with me for a very long time. Like, even if it's not continuous, at least once in a while they come back to me. So it's
Yeah.
very rare that I have this. And one such student would be you, because I can see it like again and again. I would say it. There have been times that I remember the first session of yours, and then I remember now. It's tremendous to see how far you've come. It's just really
I'm
making
so
me very
happy.
happy. It's making me
I'm
very
so happy
happy.
to listen
Right.
your no compliment.
Right. Yeah.
Now I
It's really
realize, yeah,
making me
really,
happy.
I have gained a lot of, okay, I think knowledge or confidence because of you people, because of
Right.
Clapingo.
Right.
And
And you know
yeah.
what? There's another thing that I wanted to address. In the beginning of this session, I had asked you, why are you still on Clappingo? Don't take me wrong, because I'll tell you
Mhm.
something. Uh, After experiencing, after having like so many learners, right? Based on my personal experience, I'll tell you something. So they finish off one subscription and then they go for the next, they go for the next, they go for the next, right? Now, I, as a tutor, wanted to find out what is the reason that they're going for the next subscription, right? If it's a healthy one or an unhealthy one. Now, healthy one is when they feel like, I still have not improved. Let me just go back and learn more. Good one. And some people feel like, no, I need to still keep, talking to different people like this. Only then I will learn more. Good. But there's another category of people who feel like, when I stop clapping go, let's say they take up a subscription for about 3 months. Okay. They finish the 3 month subscription. They're better now. They stop the subscription. They go about on their own for about 1 month, and then they come back for another subscription. So I, out of curiosity, had asked them why you would take a break of 1 month, because if you really wanted another one, you could have immediately taken it, right? What's the reason? Why did you wait? And the main reason they told me was, uh, I felt like in that 1 month, everything that I learned on Clappingo is slowly declining. Like, me keeping in touch with the teacher was one of the major reasons why my English is so good. And now that I stopped that, it it became like I could actually see visible difference in the way my English is declining. Now, this was very, very unhealthy for me because that way, what the learner is trying to tell me is I've got dependent on Clapingo, meaning I cannot do without Clapingo. I want Clapingo there. That's a very toxic place to be. Like, to need something so badly that you feel like you cannot do without it,
Yeah.
right? I feel like the goal of your Clapingo subscription should be that today you're in a position where you need a tutor like me or Clapingo app to help you understand where your mistakes are and how to improve them. By the end of the subscription, you should at least be in a position where you are able to identify your own mistakes. At the very least, you don't have to speak beautifully flawless English, but at the very least, you should be able to identify that, okay, I made a mistake here. I need to correct myself. You shouldn't need a tutor for the rest of your life.
Yes,
That
yes.
should be the major goal. That is the main reason I had asked why you're still on Clapingo. I can very much see that you are very determined with your goals and you're very clear of what you want out of Clapingo. So, not a problem. Right. Is there
Mhm.
anything new that you had come across in terms of information that you would like to share?
As you said that I'm very clear. Let's talk
Hmm.
about this. Where I have to go in my life, right?
Right. Right.
And no, your goal should be clear, like a crystal clear. Then you can hit your goal.
Yes.
The
Agreed.
reason why you
Agreed.
are want to be on that sport, why you want to learn English, why you want
Hmm.
to be rich, why you want to be healthy, why
Yes.
you want to,
Yes.
help people.
Very
If that
true.
is not clear, you will give up. Like as you said, I will take a subscription for 1 or 2 months, and when I feel like okay, I have little bit command on English, why should
Hmm.
I invest my money? It will be waste of money. Let's practice my own. And then when you feel like oh, you are decaying, your communication is decreasing instead of improving, then again you come and take subscription, right? So I have learned okay that okay, I am, as I said in the beginning of this session, that this is not our mother tongue. Okay, this is not our own
Yes.
language, right?
Yes. It's a
We
foreign
are
language.
emulating, we are learning.
Yes.
And any language you are learning, whether and Nepali, Punjabi, Marathi, as I said, you cannot learn in just 1 or 2 year or 3 year. You cannot be fluent. I have been seeing. I have a relative who she is living in UK in for last 10 years,
Hmm.
but still she says that I learn English. Still I learn. I'm not great at it, right? And we
Right.
sitting in India and having conversation. You're watching YouTube video, having conversation for half an hour, and we think like, oh, we are good at English. We have learned everything. We have read everything. No, no,
I
no,
get it.
bro. You have to work a lot. Still, we are India. We are Indian. We have been learning Hindi
Yeah.
for past many years. Do you
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
Hindi flawlessly?
No, no, no. There are
No,
still
still not.
words that we don't know. We have
Don't
that
know.
pure Hindi words that we don't get. Yeah, it's all
Yeah,
mixed today. Yeah. Slang.
yes. Neither we speak Hindi, no, proper, nor English, nor Sanskrit, nor Urdu, nothing. We are just mix up of everything. And we try to show, oh, we are great, we are confident, we are
Right.
extraordinary in our community,
Right.
right?
Right.
So we should remove this mindset, this kind of mindset. As I said, that devote at least 5 years. Then other people, other native speakers will say, "Oh, Deepak, you are great at English." No,
Hmm.
and not one or two. At least
Hmm.
20 or 30 people will say, "Okay, your English is flawless. You are great. You have mastered in English. Then you are a great."
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, if I could just give one pro tip, okay, few words like now when you were speaking, there were few words that you could have used, right? Like instead of saying that, you know, your goal should be very clear, you should want that goal that badly. Instead of
Mhm.
saying you should want that goal that badly, you could have started using the word, your intention to achieve that goal should be strong enough.
Strong enough. Yeah.
Right now, this is where so long you have been learning English, so long you have been upgrading yourself, you've been consuming a lot of content. Now we will walk slowly towards effective communication. What is
Effective. Yeah.
effective communication? Effective communication is when you're able to use better words to express yourselves, right? And when I say better words, it's not just better words, it's also using the right amount of words. Like you could just say one line and still express everything that you wanted to say. You don't have to say a paragraph. That is effective communication. Okay, for that we will work a little bit on the words that we use. And one
Right.
thing, just one thing that I would like to correct you is, I'm pretty sure your goal is strong enough there, and I even know you don't mean it in this way, but still, as a tutor, I'm going to give you the clarity.
Of course, right.
The last part when you told me that, at least about 20 to 30 people need to tell you that, you've mastered this language.
Mhm.
Now, knowing you as a student for a very long time, I know that you are not dependent on that. You're working hard on yourself, and that's why people are giving you that compliment. I can understand that. But in the long run, try not to put yourself in the pedestal of being uh, called, you know, acing something by someone else, right? You should do whatever you're doing because you want to be better, not because someone should tell you that you are better, right? Because if we are working for that, if that becomes the goal, I know for a fact that that's not your goal. I totally get it. But if that definitely becomes your goal, then you will never achieve your goal, because there's always going to be somebody who's going to take out some mistake or the other, even if you're the best,
I know.
right? We're never going to achieve that. So be very careful that this thing does not end up being the goal. Like, people telling me that I'm good at English should not be the goal. I should be able to express myself better, and I should get better as a person. That's why I'm learning English, not because someone can tell me. Like, again, what we spoke in the beginning of the class, I'm going to tell you again. Don't put yourself on the pedestal of being judged by someone else, right? Because you can be, in fact, you can be the best. Like, let's take what's the most common thing? Shah Rukh Khan. Okay, Shah Rukh Khan is something very common. Everybody knows him, right? He's the best at his job. And as far as I see him or I know him, I feel like he's also a very good person at heart. But still, does the entire world unanimously love Shah Rukh? No,
Not at all. No.
exactly. So don't put yourself, if Shah Rukh actually cared about the people who don't approve of him as a good actor, do you think he would be here right now? No. Therefore, he only focuses on his skill, doesn't focus on who likes it, who doesn't like it, who approves, who doesn't approve. No. I'm only going to focus on being better. I'm going to focus on my skill, and I'm going to actually sharpen my skill for my own self. That's the only thing that I would like to correct. One more thing that I'm seeing is we will still have to work a little bit on the pronunciation. Okay. Okay. Let's do a small exercise. How would you pronounce the word Tall?
Tall. Tall.
Okay. WHAT?
What? Okay, what?
WANT?
Want.
Okay. FALL?
Fall.
Okay. I would like for you to see the direct difference between these words. Okay. So the first few words that I told you were TALL, FALL. And how
Mhm.
did we pronounce them? Tall and fall, right?
Mhm.
Although we have a in them, we pronounce it as O. So we say FALL, fall,
Mhm.
TALL, tall, right? We say it as
Mhm.
O. Similarly, in these words like um, WHAT and WANT, the A is not actually pronounced as A,
What?
A for apple. It's not pronounced that way. It's pronounced slightly as an O. So you will say WHAT, what?
What? Mhm.
Okay.
What?
And WANT, while you were speaking, I don't remember how you pronounced it, but I remember you pronounced it wrong. So you will say want,
Want. Okay.
want.
Want. Okay.
Okay.
One.
So the A in those letters, in those words, is pronounced as O. Now, the best way to remember this is anywhere. Like if you're somebody who wakes up every morning and sees your phone first, probably write it somewhere on your notes in this manner. Okay. Like just take one word, TALL, for example, and WHAT.
Mhm.
Underline A in both of those letters and write O underneath them. Now, we already know that we're going to pronounce it as O, but this is just for easy registration of our mind. Our mind registers things that it sees. So
Mhm.
when it sees the picture where you've written TALL, but under A you have written O, then it'll take a screenshot of that thing and it'll retain it in a manner that, okay, there's an A, but I'm going to pronounce it as O, right? Because, even when we are learning new words, you would face this that, I learned the word, but it didn't come out of my mouth when I needed it. That's because the word has not been registered in our mind. Similarly,
Mhm.
for pronunciation, let's try to register it. Maybe this technique will work better. Okay,
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
just figuring out
definitely.
what works best for us. And coming to vocabulary, I would really want for you to learn new words, right? But when I say new words, don't go in for fancy big words. Like I've already spoken to you about this. We do not want to impress people. We only want to be able to express ourselves better. So for vocabulary, we will start off with synonyms. Are you aware of synonyms?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. So think of it like this. Do you know we have a left and a right brain?
Yeah.
Yeah. And when people do certain activities a certain way, we say this guy is a left-brained guy. That's why he's doing this. Or this guy is a right-brained guy. That's why he's doing this. Similarly, think of it like the front and the back part of your brain. Okay. So the front part of your brain stores active vocabulary. Okay. And the back part of your brain stores something called passive vocabulary. Now, what does this mean? Let's
Mhm.
say, for example, uh, I've already told you this. So, definitely
Mhm.
the best way to replace it is certainly, right? Notice how the word that you commonly use is definitely, not certainly. But both the words you're aware of. It's not a new word for you. Certainly is not a new word for you. You know the word. But it's stored in different places of your brain. Like, for example, definitely is stored in your active vocabulary, while certainly is stored in your passive vocabulary. Now, what is the only difference between the two? Definitely is something you use very often. Therefore, it has become a part of your everyday language, thereby making it a part of your active vocabulary. Whereas certainly is a word you know, but you don't definitely use it. Like you don't really use that word. So it gets stored in your passive vocabulary. So your job from today is to convert the passive vocabulary to active vocabulary. How do we do that? The more you use it, the more familiar it gets, and the more it becomes a part of your language. Change the intention while you're learning. I'm not learning this word so I can just use it here and there. I'm learning this word so it becomes a part of my everyday language. So you can
Certainly.
even take like one word for 1 week. And when I say one word for 1 week, I mean, okay, let's say this week you're choosing the word certainly. Then you would use the word certainly for the next 1 week wherever possible, everywhere possible. That way, you're familiarizing your brain with that word. Yeah, right,
Certainly.
right. So